into the meat and potatoes of this, let's talk about the director of John Wick is planning for Highlander series.
Okay, so we're just gonna jump over it.
No, I'm just messing with it. John Wick. Let's go ahead and do a review for John Wick. So, first impressions.
Solid movie. The cinematography was great. I liked the way I basically liked the combat flow. The combat flowed super smooth. The damage taken was real. It wasn't just he just magically dodged every bullet. No, with the amount of shit he was facing, he got hit up a couple times, but he still kept going. And I could definitely appreciate that. The moves felt organic. Like if you got into a close quarters fight, that's the kind of stuff that you'd see from a skilled professional.
And it was a lot. It was a lot more gritty and down to earth fighting. It wasn't as smooth and graceful as it was before.
I know that you guys are gonna hate me for it.
I mean, go ahead.
The combat, like the hand with the knife fighting, the flipping, was okay. I'm not knocking that. The gunfighting was a little bit. It was a little too on John Wick's side, especially for the situations that he was in. Only the reason I say that is because of how actual tactical gunfighting goes. It's like you're not just going to be in the open. You're not just going to be running up with your gun in your hand talking about, I'm going to shoot you now. No, you're going to be hiding. You're going to be tactically dodging and hiding behind cover. You're not just going to be running up. In every instance that I saw him fighting these people, they were either running around with their guns and around corners so that he could easily knock the gun out of hand. He was running, like he was trying to get down that corridor when he finally killed the seat holder, and they were just coming out of the woodwork, and he was doing all this crazy gun shooting. It doesn't feel like that instance was. It was cinema. It wasn't real to me. That was more like, because honestly, if you want to feel like you're overwhelming somebody and they come out on top, you can still do that from a serious tactical standpoint. It's just that you have to plan it a little better. And that was one of the gripes that I had about it the last movie. Yeah, it still worked. Cool, cool shot, bro. But it just didn't feel as though he was really, tactically thinking about it. He was just reacting. And, in a gunfight, you do react. I mean, come on. It's a gunfight. But you have to react smart. You can't just run around, flip people, and then, expect to come out on top with a gunshot to somebody's dome piece when they run up on you with an AK.
Well, to me,
I can see where you're going with that.
Like, I can understand that. To me, I guess in my head, having played Hotline Miami, it felt like watching a 3D version of Hotline Miami, where you walk into a room with a gun and you go 1, 2, throw 3, 4, 5, dash 5, 6, 7, and you're just moving from point to point to point to point, like that scene, the same scene in the center hallway where he's like grappling. Caps a guy with a gun, grapples another guy, shoots him. Then another guy comes up and he's trying to hide behind the thing, so he shoots him in the foot and then shoots him twice through the wall. Yeah. I'm like, okay. The close combat, because John Wick's always been about close combat.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure what's his name didn't have to drive the car into him and then plow him into the Continental. He could have sat. He could have said, "This nigga's going to the Continental." Sat up on top of there, waited till he get with a sniper rifle and shot him in the skull.
Well, okay, you would have to establish if you were actually able to discharge a firearm at the Continental outside.
Well, as long as it's outside grounds. Because it was a deliberate violation of Continental rules because they were on Continental grounds. He shouldn't have been fighting John in the first place.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're going to go that far, you might as well go full 100.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, you're right.
Like, I will say that the scene in the airport was kind of silly.
Yeah,
where they were there having that silencer duel. I'm like, the silencers aren't that silent. Everybody's gonna realize you're firing a fucking gun there.
Yeah.
But sure, let's let it slide.
Cool shot, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I really had to say a lot of the time when I was watching that movie was cool shot, bro. But honestly, it did. I mean, for what it presented, it was really good. It was really, handcrafted. It felt like I was watching an organic story. Even though I've seen the Secret Society, the spy type movie and all that stuff before, it still gave me something new to see.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
I always had the feeling that John Wick never really tells you the full story.
Yeah, no.
They give you enough to keep the story going, but there's always more there. You're only seeing a tiny slice.
Right.
And that to me is good. I don't know how much longer Keanu can do this because he's really starting to show his age here. But,
Dude, they've shown pictures of him training for this. Other than him, training martial arts or whatever, he's actually gun tactically training or whatnot.
I mean, oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you stick him with a full SWAT team now, and he might, have a reasonably respectable showing for a novice. But still,
and I get what Andre's saying. It's like you can only do so much when you start hitting 50. I mean, although you might look toned, although you might be able to jump a hurdle, you still gonna feel it.
Well, the thing is with most individuals between the ages, between men, the ages between 45 and 55 is supposed to be your peak.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be your peak or whatnot.
Things start sagging after that.
It depends on how much you keep yourself in shape.
You start getting really either that or you start
you
getting
have
really
more
wiry.
You have more risk of a lot more stuff when you're past that age.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, at least like compared to something else, like compare it to Taken.
Okay.
Or compare it to the Bourne films.
Yeah.
And you can say, shot for shot, John Wick is better shot.
Yeah.
The scenes flow.
Mm-hmm.
It's more organic. Yes,
yeah.
It's not like DB was saying, like gun kata like the first one. In this one, it was a lot more. There was a lot more grappling. There was a lot more getting in there. There was a lot more close combat fighting, and that just the feeling of desperation on a lot of these, considering how essentially tired John is about all of this shit. It's so good. Yeah. Also, Lawrence Fishburne.
That scene was
Neo on the bridge, on the rooftop, and it's just like, just put the shades on. Put the shades on. I need this.
You see, he set me free. I was like, yes, callbacks. I love it. Oh man,
it's like
he made me a king.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. His character was really, really good in this, and just showed that his acting ability for it is just really good. And the thing is, it's like I wouldn't even say this is like one of Keanu's acting achievements where he's just awesome or whatever, awesome actor or whatnot. He acts like he's supposed to, because more than likely he based it off of his own life, because he's been in a lot of suffering things in his own life, so he based that off of his own life experiences. So he knows how that how that feeling anguish. Is the anguish that he feels or whatnot. So that, hey, he
doesn't have to ham it,
right? And as I was telling, I told you earlier, Wes, the whole story with the brother, with why he actually went out to kill, wanted to kill his sister or whatnot like that, is because he basically had it set up perfect to where it could not fall back on him.
But it did. But it did.
Well, it did because John Wick,
Yeah.
It's like, you wanted me back, here I am.
Yeah.
Now come out and let me give you your prize. No, but honestly, he should have
You get a bullet. You get a bullet.
Everyone gets bullets.
Oh man.
No, but seriously, he should have just let the man drop.
Mm-hmm.
Let the man. All he had to do was let it drop. Let it drop.
But he wasn't gonna do that though.
Dude was a bitch. Of course he wasn't. And that's all I gotta say about that. The sister, the father made the correct choice in giving it to the sister, because the sister was a bean ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
And the brother was a bitch.
But just like the first movie, you got some rich entitled asshole that thinks he should get everything that he wants.
It seems to be a recurring theme as of late.
That was a recurring thing, but the reasoning to why he actually wanted to kill the guy now, it was more of you took something away from me, but also it's to survive.
It's not just to survive.
Like John.
It's like you took my house. You basically destroyed my temple to my wife.
Right.
Then you forced me to kill a friend.
Right. But it was also to survive because it's like, okay, and now you've got these people coming after me. I need to end the contract. And frankly, I wanted to kill you in the first place. This is the perfect excuse. Yeah.
But honestly, at that end scene, though, when he actually did kill the guy, I really feel like he really just felt like there was no point in even trying to get out anymore. He might as well just go out on his own terms. Yeah. Because of the fact that, I mean, he owes no allegiance to anybody at this point. He really doesn't. Even though he was, there, and he was an assassin, and he did do all these things, it's like he tried so hard for the longest to get out, and he finally had his chance. That guy brought him back in just for this one job, but it was so political that he had no choice but to come back. And he's just like, you know what? If I die, I die.
No, because the manager could have talked him down. The fucking part of the matter is that
the manager wasn't.
Shut up.
The manager was not talking him down at that point. It was no reason.
No, but I mean, he was egging. But the dude was egging him. The dude was egging him super hard.
It wasn't even. The dude could have begged for his life. The dude could have.
No, all he had to do was shut up.
He could have shut up. It wouldn't have mattered. John was at the breaking point. It's like that breaking point where you've just had the shittiest day of your life. You've had, like, everything that could happen to you has happened to you. And then you just, like, the first person you just want to snap on.
Yeah.
It's like you don't care. He was done. John was done. He was done with the bullshit. Done of being, he had to basically stab someone in the heart that he respected. Because he respected Common.
Yeah.
He had to stab him in the heart and basically leave him there, which Andre brought up the point, he may not be dead.
No, he's not. He told him that he wasn't dead. He gave him professional courtesy.
Yeah,
right.
If you remove the blade, you'll die, but if you leave it there...
Well, honestly, that just pertains in the field, because you can get to a surgeon and actually,
get that fixed.
Right.
But that's the thing. He was like,
So he put him in that position, made him kill a friend, just basically took his house away, put him in just the position where he was just like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm absolutely done. It's like, ain't no talking to me. It's no reasoning with me at all. It's like when the dude at the front desk saw him, he was just like,
oh no.
He was just like, he's in there. He's waiting for you.
Yo,
he already knew what was gonna.
Dope though.
Yeah.
Like both movies.
Oh yeah. He was awesome.
I need something robust.
He was awesome.
And dessert?
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was awesome.
He's talking about the connoisseur, the guy who was showing all the guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's just like the way that it legitimately sounded like a wine tasting.
Yeah.
But
pretty
it's
much.
Just like, here, I know we like the German, but here, have this Austrian instead. And you see him like.
It was dope. But that was kind of like along the lines of your 007,
No, but
I mean,
unlike 007, there are no magic bullets. That's what.
Well, no, I mean as far as like him showing off the guns.
In the more recent 007s, it hasn't really been that. It's been more down to earth, like how James Bond was intended. I haven't seen Spectre yet to see like how they treat that. Yeah, I want to see that though. I really do. Cause
it's been on Hulu and stuff.
Yeah, because I know that freaking Skyfall is my absolute favorite movie, but John Wick is probably going to replace that.
Yeah,
because oh man, I like what has been said about it. Has already been said. Cinematography, the gunplay.
It was
the
just the
martial arts.
That's the only thing I was.
Well, the thing is, they had to get into politics.
Yeah,
it's like,
I know.
It's like, how else are you going to do it? And they're doing it like a more structured, drawn out version of Wanted. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you did say that earlier too. Yeah, I really do see how they did, but at the same time, you don't have that full-on revenge plot. John's just done, like how he said. He just. I mean, if anybody comes after him at this point and they make that third movie, it's just gonna be
There's just gonna be like there was barely any dialogue in the first one. There's even less dialogue in this one. Like, the next movie is just gonna be silent. He's just gonna be walking around just.
Right.
Because even if I honestly hope that they don't really try to put a lot of wordy stuff into John at this point, because it's just
not John, but like other people.
Or it's gonna have to be through other people, because you just created that boogeyman that everybody's really afraid of, and now that he has like no.
But the thing is,
like,
the thing is,
my car click.
Yeah, right.
The thing is, though, everybody's gonna be trying to hunt the boogeyman as well, which is going to be.
Well, I mean, that's like the same as everybody's trying to commit suicide. So
yeah,
it's just like hearing that old campfire story, and then you go out in the woods and you finally find the monster. Yeah, you're gonna have some people that's just like, we gotta kill this thing, but then you got like people who actually know what's about to go down, and it's just like, oh snap, no.
Well, I'm gonna go inside and shut my door.
Right?
Yeah,
lamb's blood on the front door.
I think it was. I told Dre, I was like, yeah, if I would have been one of those guys to get that text to say that John Wick got a $14 million bounty on his head, it's like, I don't need that money.
I'm not strictly 50,000 or less guy.
Yeah. 50,000 or less. I'm the Walmart of assassins.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
rolling back.
All I need,
rolling back.
I ain't trying to be rich, man. I just need enough to,
make
eat
this car payment.
Yeah, make this car payment. Eat,
pay my rent.
Pay my rent. Just sometimes go to a Continental when I'm feeling like frisky.
Yeah,
I'm feeling fancy or whatever.
I want to sip the cheapest of wine.
just say what's up to my dude at the front desk. Like, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? We're like, it's good to see you again, Mr. Jones. Like, yeah, man. So I'm trying to get room for the weekend.
I got this half a gold coin right here.
Like, how did you get half of a gold coin?
Well, see, there's this really interesting story, though. But
it's a really cool story about that.
I was in Portsmouth, right?
Got this gunfight with some dudes down the block.
Long story short, we ended up on Church Street.
Oh, God.
But that's an entirely different story.
No, right.
But yeah. So what y'all think? Overall grades?
Overall good. I mean, it presented very well.
Solid movie. Like I said, I like the cinematography. I like how they presented John. Everybody seems like they were pretty well fleshed out. You understood their motives, except for the first target, which kind of died after she got introduced. So that was kind of... You notice that? Like, a lot of ladies just end up dying in John Wick. Like, there's a lot of dudes dying, and that's almost inconsequential, but there's like... A lot of ladies die in John Wick, and there's
ain't no discrimination.
Like an 8-to-1 ratio of dudes to ladies in this.
Ain't no discrimination. Girls can get it too.
Like knocked out.
Yeah, actually, Rose definitely got it straight in the chest.
Hey, girls can get it too,
And you want sometimes I wonder, did he pull that knife out just because she grabbed his ass the way she did?
Yeah, probably.
Because it's just like, no, go away. I don't know. Stop.
Is that a knife in your pocket? Or... Oh wait, that's a knife.
Like, I don't know whether I want to punch you or fuck you. You androgynous thing, you.
Oh my God.
I know. All right.
So, I give it a 9.5. 9.5.
I give it a rating of 8 alpacas out of 10 seekers.
I will give it 8 W's out of 10.
Okay. I don't understand you guys' grading skills. It's weird.
It's. Well, I mean,
okay,
you
cool.
heard me talk about it, but all the good points. If you need a number at the end of that, then you're set.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for today. I want to thank everybody for coming out for the podcast. Remember to check us out at BRC Guys on YouTube. Check us out Facebook at Backroom Crew 1, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter at The Backroom Crew, and we will see you all next time. Remember, show some class, act like you have been somewhere before. Deuces.
I would also like to say that if you had ever wanted to go ahead and if you wanted to apply to be our friend, you could also do that on my Facebook personally. That's personally.